Making history with each new find in Tom's world every time. Tom's on the hunt. Tom's on the prowl with a can in hand and a curious plan. World secrets to be found in Tom's world now. Tom's world how.
So sorry, everybody. So apparently, when I went to start, wow, I dropped down 4 people just in the time that I started my stream. Okay, well, whatever. So when I went to go start my stream at 7:20, which was 13 minutes ago, it was not bringing my webcam up at all. So hopefully you can all hear me. Let me know. Make sure that you can hear me. Let me know that you can, say we hear you or whatever. So I tried to start the stream and it wasn't picking up my webcam on a couple different ways that I can do it. And there was nothing I could do. I was panicking. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I waited to the last minute to test this. So my apologies for being 13 minutes late. Damn it, Beavis. So yeah. So that's kind of what happened. I tried to start the stream, and if you couldn't see me, it would be kind of a useless stream, wouldn't it? I don't know that you'd have heard me or not, but you definitely wouldn't have been able to see me. So yeah. Anyway, here we are. We're here now. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. I'm sorry, Steve-O. Yeah, it's it was like last minute problems, of course. I mean, that's just the way it happens. So anyway, welcome everybody to another live hangout here at This is Tom's World. I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you all had a great weekend. I obviously had quite the adventurous weekend, especially yesterday, as I was at Valley Forge National Park. Man, and if I'd have left in all the footage I had, you guys would have a far different opinion of me. I was going. Now I'll tell you what. Oh, it's Lois. Okay, I got you. What's up, Lois? Thanks for joining in. Excuse me. So yeah, yesterday was wow. Yesterday was a trip. Let me tell you, I have never been to Valley Forge Historic National Park before, and I was going off of this webpage that I found where a guy guides you through this loop of a trail. And well, I don't know if things changed in the park. Let's be honest. You couldn't start because someone kept ringing that bell, and I couldn't concentrate. That's it. But so this webpage, I don't know if his trail is outdated and it's a little different now than when he made that. I didn't look at the year that this guy made this thing. I just assumed it would be correct. As I went around this trail, I wound up getting lost in the woods for, well, about an hour, we'll say. And there was a lot of steep hills. It's like pretty much mountains in this park. And I'm not in the best of shape. I am a smoker. So, like, I had a lot of things going against me. So I had some panic attacks while I was lost in the woods. I envisioned calling 911 and having them had to ping my phone, which at that point only had like 40% left on it. It was a horrible experience. However, the outcome of the video was cool because as I was going around and I was trying to find this old water bottling plant, what shape am I in now? I'm in the shape of a pear, basically, is what I'm at. So I had pretty much called it quits at one point. I'm like, all right, this is a lost cause. This is a video that's just never going to go up because basically it was mostly just me walking in the woods. And I said, I just got to find the trail and I just got to get out of here. I got to get out of here before they close the parking lot and my car is locked in. Then I have a whole different problem because I was well over an hour away from my house at this point. And yeah, I'm doing good. My chicken's doing good too. Um, but I was just panicking basically. And I was not breathing well while I was out there because it was a lot of uphill, a lot of steep uphill, especially when I was lost. And I found my way back to a path, and I thought, all right, this is the path I was on. I just got to keep going to the left because that's the way I came from. And then as I'm going out, I look down the hill, as I said in the video, and I'm like, no way. No way. That has got to be the ruins of the water bottling plant. And I went down, and sure enough, it was. So the video was saved. I got to see the big dam / waterfall that I wanted to see on the way out as well. And even after that, there was a lot of twists and turns, a lot of uphill, and then downhill, and then it was treacherous grounds. But I made this video because I was determined to get to this place, and I was determined to capture it on video, and I did it, and I'm very proud of myself. I paid for it on the way home. My mind was like mush coming home. I just kept driving as carefully as I could. It took me probably about a half hour longer than it should have getting home, only because I was driving so carefully. But I got it done. I got it edited. It's up there. So if you have not seen it yet, when this live is over, make sure you go check it out. It's the last video I put up. Colonial Springs water bottling plant in Valley Forge. So check that out. I know that my buddy Paul was quite excited about this because I know it's not far from his house in King of Prussia. Paul, if you're watching this at all, I did think of you when I was up that way, and I thought, maybe I'll give him a call on Facebook and see if he's home, and I'll stop by. But by that point, I just wanted to get home. I just wanted to get as far away from Valley Forge Park as I possibly could. If I ever go back to that wooded area, it will be a miracle. I'm not saying I'll never go back to Valley Forge. There's some other stuff around that area that is really cool, and I would like to get on video. But the woods, I think I'm done with them. I don't think I'm ever going back to them. It was bad. It was really bad. So, but there you go. There you go. Yeah, it was. It was a good video. I watched it. I had my dad watch it, and he enjoyed it. Man, I need something because wow, I had never been that lost in my life, and going uphill and trying to find a trail that just didn't seem like it was ever going to be there. I know which way I came from, but I just could not find it. I don't know how to explain it. It was definitely crazy, but definitely worth it. So I have that place on video now, so I can put it behind me. But it was quite the adventure, let me tell you. I could put a trail of beers, just bring all the bottles with me. I mean, that'd be a lot of bottles to lug around, but I could do it. Dawn Harrington, what is up, my friend? I miss you so much. 10 minutes from you. We got lost around there before. It's crazy. And the hill. Yeah. Well, actually, Miss Kate, right here, Miss Kate, she actually went into the history of the place. So at one point, I was at the summit of Mount Misery, and she was curious, why do they call it Mount Misery? And she looked it up. Sure enough, there are two like mountain type structures within the park. One is called Mount Misery and one is called Mount Joy. Mount Misery was called so because when William Penn, going back that far, when William Penn was coming back from a meeting with Native Americans, he got lost in the very same area that I got lost in. So he called it Mount Misery. And I can totally understand. I'm right there with him on that level. I was not happy at all. I man, I had never been so worried, so fed up with things. Like I actually just at one point I was so out of breath, I just sat in the mud. I didn't even care. I'm like, I need to sit down. There's mud. All right, I'm sitting down in it. It was crazy. I might be William Penn in yeah, reincarnated. I was gonna say in reincarnated. That doesn't make sense. Reincarnated. I could be. You never know. Yeah, it's possible. If reincarnation is a thing, I don't know. I don't know the secrets of the universe to know if it's a thing. I wasn't smoking anything. I wasn't even smoking cigarettes, which I mean, I was too out of breath. I mean, literally, like I was like it was bad. It was really, really bad. In reincarnated, that's right. That's what I was. I was in reincarnated from William Penn through Sorobia and Robert Logan and Pickle Rick, apparently. Um, no, there was no liquor. No, I hadn't had a drop at that point. The only things I drank that day was coffee and water. So, um, yeah, it was just bad. I've never been that out of breath. I've never been that much in a panic state because, like, I mean, this wooded area. I mean, if you Google Valley Forge National Park or Valley Forge Historic National Park, I forget how they call it, and you look at it, it's a decent size wooded area, and there's a lot of steep hills, and you could easily get lost in there and not find your way out, and it's really not fun. Yeah, it was. It was like literally as I was walking through. I mean, it was clear. If you look at the rest of the video up to that point, there was no mist. Or wait, are you talking about the mist when I was at the water bottling plant or the mist that was forming around me? Because the mist that formed around me while I was getting lost, that was crazy. Like it was clear up until a certain point. Then all of a sudden there was like a fog rolling in. But the mist that was in the water bottling plant going back towards where the spring comes from, that was freaky too. That was not my breath. If you actually go back and you watch that, you can hear when I exhale, even when I exhale, kind of like, and you don't see anything. But then other times you will see it. It was kind of crazy. Nick, you didn't even watch the video yet, did you? I bet you didn't. You need to go watch that video. It was really, really cool. Listen. I was determined to go to this thing, and it looked a lot easier in the videos that I watched. I was not expecting what I had to deal with in there. I mean, the stairs alone, as I was going up these, like towards the end, I was going up a hill, and I edited a lot of that out. Um, when oh, you're heading off to bed. All right, see you, Lois. Thanks for stopping in. Um, if what the hell was I saying now? Oh, towards the end, I was going up this steep hill and I was following these people that I had talked to. And dude's like, man, you still got like another 25, 30 minutes until you reach that parking lot. I'm like, what? But as they came up to me, I was going up these steps that are made out of logs. I was like, I don't want to see another step for the rest of my life right now. I'm like, man, I am out of shape. He's like, nah, you don't look that bad. I said, no, really, I am. But I decided, I just turned around and I went down. I found my own way around out to the road near that covered bridge and just went back to the parking lot, and that was it. But man, it was horrendous. Tom Toms. There you go. Tom's Army. Tom's World Army. This is probably the first time you guys ever saw me with a flannel on. That's weird. I didn't think about that. I've been wearing this most of the day. I took Dad out for his appointments and stuff like that. I was wearing this. I mean, it got a little warm earlier, but when we first left, it was cool enough that I could wear this. It is not. Stop. A house band for this channel called the Tom Toms. If you know people that can play instruments, man, put it together. I have plenty of song requests. We could make a different intro song for every live feed. Man, I'll tell you what, Dawn. If I went to that park on a regular basis, man, I would be buff as hell. But I do have a plan that I'm trying to formulate for over the winter so that, like, while it's still hoodie and heavy coat season, everything's hidden. And then when it comes time for spring and the other guys at work and everything, they come back with seasonals and everything. They're like, wow, man, you lost some weight. I'm like, yeah, I've been working out. Thanks. So I have a plan. So we'll see how that goes. Lumberjack vibes. Oh, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. Sorry, Monty Python moment. If you've never heard the Monty Python Lumberjack song, go look it up. It's hysterical. I actually just played it the other day for my coworkers. That's right. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Just to read you some lyrics from it. Let me see. Monty Python Lumberjack. All right, let's see. Wait, this isn't the song. Monty Python Lumberjack. Oh wait. Monty. Let me try that again. There you go. It says, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. And then the background people say, he's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. I cut down trees. I eat my lunch. I go to the lavatory. On Wednesdays, I go shopping and have buttered scones for tea. And then they repeat that. And then the next, it starts getting really weird. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. I cut down trees. I skip and jump. I like to press wildflowers. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars. And then they repeat that. It's a funny song. You have to go check it out. Well, I kind of do, in a way. I mean, I work at a state park. We do take down trees. We do cut them up, and then we haul them away, or we put them in the chipper. So I guess you could say I kind of am, in a way, a little bit. So anyway, now that we've talked about the video that I made and the trials and tribulations that I went through and the panic attacks that I had and being lost and all that, I see that there's 15 people in here. How is everybody doing? How was your weekend? Hopefully you all had a great weekend. I know it hasn't been a great week for Eagles fans, but and it hasn't been that great for Phillies fans either. But we digress, right? We move on. It's still early for the Eagles. Any football team, it's still early. So we got a long season ahead of us. That's next verse. Just like my dear papa. No, it's a different kind of eagle. The Eagles. Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, have their own song. You can look it up; it's out there. And it's like a fight song, so it's really cool. I won't play it on here just because I don't want to get copyright infringement, even though it's kind of a generic song. Um, had a little hangnail there. But still, I don't want to risk copyright infringement, so I will not play it right here. On other live feeds, I might, but just not on my channel. I'm trying to keep my channel as copyright strike free as I possibly can. No. The Philadelphia Eagles football team. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. I'm telling you, you got to look it up. It's like, it almost sounds like a college football like fight song. It really does. No, not fly like an eagle. That's not even the Eagles, man. That's Steve Miller. As deep blue as my eyes aren't blue. My eyes are hazel. Hazel. Oh, see, now my sign's all messed up. And you can see my fan. Let me turn that. Now I got to do this again. There we go. We're all good. Well, it's not perfect, but it's good. That's right. TWA, Tom's World Army. What's up, Tony? How's it going? Hey, what's going on, man? Does your intro song have a second verse or an ending? It sure does. It's a full song. Let me see if I can find it here. Give me a moment. I can't see the comments currently because I'm looking on Facebook because it's on my Tom's World page, and I kind of got to go back a little far to see it. Let's see. Uno momento, por favor. I have found it. It's a video that just has the This is Tom's World graphic, but you can hear the song. So let me bring that up. Present, share screen, Facebook. All right. So let me know if you guys can hear this or you can't hear it. It should automatically have saved or shared the audio.
From ancient walls to the hidden
Hear it?
trails, Tom's got a story and he's hot on his tail. With every step, every stone unturned, a lesson learned in Tom's world. He's making history with each new find in Tom's world every time. Tom's on the hunt, Tom's on the prowl, with a gun in hand and a curious plan. World secrets to be found in Tom's world now. Tom's world how.
All right, the guitar is a little long. But...
Dusty roads and an open map. Tom's heart beats with the thrill of the past. Through the lens, tales come to life. A chase for truth in the fading light. It's a quest that never dodges the risk. In Tom's world, the legend persists. He's diving deep, deep down below, to the ocean's abyss where tales grow. Ancient ships and treasures untold. In Tom's world, they unroll. Tom's got grit in his veins, chasing whispers of civilizations.
So that was the whole song. That was that was early on in me messing around with the AI song creations, and I really didn't have to put in much. I just put in a song about a YouTube channel called This Is Tom's World, exploring adventure, history, and a couple other prompts, and it came up with everything else on its own. That's awesome. I'm glad you like it, man. Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. I could probably come up with something better now, understanding more how the prompts work. I just haven't done it yet, so we'll see what happens. And there's a couple of different services they have online that are free to a certain extent. They give you like free credits each day or once a week or whatever, and you have X amount of credits, and each song creation costs so many credits and stuff like that. There's Udio, there's Suno, there's so many of them out there. Those are just the two big name ones. And you can check it out. You can mess around with it and make your own songs and stuff like that. A lot of people have been using it, and it comes out sounding great. Like, I mean, the songs may not be great, but the production sounds great. You know, the voices, the instruments, everything. It's awesome. Only Chris knows what he's talking about. We don't know. We just pretend we know. Nah, it's all right, Chris. I love you, brother. Like I was saying to everybody else on the Things Network, you know, you guys are all awesome, and I thank you for bringing me into your little family of people to be guests on your shows and stuff like that. It's been great. And when we play games together, it's very, very cool. Oh, Randall Cunningham, Reggie White. What? You're reaching into the past of Philadelphia. But yeah, so that was the full Tom's World song. And I do have another place that I definitely would like to make a video of. The problem is, and I've talked about this with Nick and everybody else when we've been on other shows, and I'm not going to explain here what this video is going to be. We'll just say it's at a museum that's really, really cool. But the problem is that this museum itself is very closely related to the Halloween season. And the closer we get to the Halloween season, the more crowded this place is going to be. So I think I may have to wait until after Halloween to go to this place, which is fine because I need to make some more local videos here. I need to make some videos here in Northeast Philly. I got to make some videos in Bensalem and Bucks County and stuff like that. The last 3 videos I had were not in that. We had this one I put up today in Valley Forge Park. We had Jim Thorpe. Before that, we had Bushkill Falls, which is up in the Poconos as well. I need to make a more local video because it's been a little while. No, it's not quite Night of the Pickles Dead at the museum, but it's not far off. Well, Nick, you know, you were there when I was talking about it. Yeah, I don't want to say too much to give it away because then people are going to look it up and then people might make videos of it. They might go there and stuff like that. But there was one guy who did do a video there of it that I saw so far. And I'm not even going to say his name because if I did, then people can just go to his channel and say, "Oh, that's the museum he was at. Here, let me go to that." No, no, I'm not giving that up because there are some local YouTubers, not mentioning any names, but they have tried to snipe me on things before and stuff like that. So we're just not going to go there. But Thomas Holmes School is, yeah, it's all down now. Yep, and I know that the Far Northeast Philadelphia Historical Society or whatever they're called exactly. I do know that they're having a meeting this Wednesday talking about Thomas Holm. I'm pretty sure that's what they're having it for this. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what they're doing. They're talking about him and some stuff around the area. And the Ben Salem Historical Society is doing something on a speedway that was in Warminster. Both of them take place on Wednesday around 7:00 p.m. Eastern time, and I cannot attend them in person or virtually because, well, that's date night. And the goddess takes precedence over anything channel related. So, but yeah. Ray says, today I designed a Day of the Dead skull. It's fully colorized, hanging on the wall for Halloween. That's awesome, man. We all got to have hobbies, right? But yeah, one of these times I really would like to attend. Maybe I can move date night one of these weeks to Thursday or Tuesday, and I can attend one of these meetings for the Far Northeast Philadelphia Historical Society or the Ben Salem Historical Society, just to show up, to soak in the knowledge and see if anybody there is like, hey, aren't you Tom from this Tom's World or something like that? Because that's always cool when that happens. It makes me happy because it makes me realize that people do see my stuff and that they enjoy it, which is the main goal. Yeah. One of these times I'll do that. Yeah, I mean I've been to. There was a small convention that they do here at a place called Constadter's, uh, with all the different historical societies of the surrounding areas, and I was there once. And I got to meet some really cool people and talk to people, and I met a couple people who knew who I was, and we got to talk in person. People who I've messaged back and forth, so that was always cool. I just don't have anything to supply the members with for me to justify making members. I mean, I could do separate lives for them, but does that warrant paying a monthly fee? No. So if I get to a point where I can put content up there that's just for the members, then yeah, I'll start doing that. Until then, I can't see justifying it. Not in my own mind. I can't. No, I don't know how to explain that. Oh, well, this past one, I thought about it too afterwards. Like if I'd have kept that footage, which I didn't purposely, that could have been a separate video on its own, and it probably would have got a lot of views. But I don't want people to see me in that way. Like I really was freaking out, and it was not fun, and I wouldn't want video evidence of it for myself to be able to see it, to relive it, because it was bad. I really thought I was going to be left out in the woods and never find my way back. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. No, we're not doing a Tom's Hub. Or is that Tom Shub? No, we're not. Either one, we're not doing. No, 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 no. Tom Lee fans? No, no, we're not doing that either. Chris said I wore the Tom's World T-shirt to a bar. So about 30 more people in my little town now know. Yeah, but they need to subscribe. So you need to encourage them. Be like, dude, go check out this channel. When you see this logo, you know you found the right one. It's called This Is Tom's World. You got to see this guy. He does like cool stuff and history and blah blah. Sell it for me, man. Come on. No, we're not doing porn time either. Oh man, no, I wouldn't want to. I really never want to think about that. Really, um, I mean, I can. It's clear in my mind now, but it was only just yesterday. It was like what 20, I don't know, 20, 25, 26 hours ago. No, not 25. No, we'll say like 28 hours ago, actually. Um, and I no, it was bad. Like, I mean, I literally just sat down in the mud at one point. I was so out of breath and everything, and I was like, "This is it. I'm just gonna have to call 911. They're gonna have to ping my phone for whatever signal I have left on this and power I have left on it, and hopefully they'll find me. I don't know. I'll wind up in the hospital. Like, it was bad. What's up, Scott? What's going on? Pete Rose passed away. Why do I feel like he already did pass away? Oh, no, it was today. Oh my God. Oh my God. Rest in peace, Pete Rose. Pete Rhodes? Pete Rose. Oh my God, I can't talk. I'm so that's crazy. He's gone. Pete Rose was like, I mean, he's been through a lot of controversy in his time for the gambling and stuff like that, betting against his own team, and but man, he was a great player in his day. You know, back in the early days of Mike Schmidt and stuff like that. Like it was wow, wow. Pete Rose is gone. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Wow. I'm like totally taken back. I don't even know if my dad knows that. I'm gonna have to go down and tell him after I'm done this. That's crazy. So what? It says he was born 1941, so he's older than my dad by 7 years. So man, he was up over 80. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, Chris Christopherson's dead too. What is going on? It was funny because last night I was playing Minecraft with Don and Nick and Kate, and Don had mentioned it. He's like, "Man, I remember him from Blade." I'm like, "Man, he goes back further than that, you know." Chris Christopherson. I mean, he's been around a while. Not only did he have the singing career, which Don did mention, but like, I mean, his movies go back quite a ways. You know, I mean, he's been around. So now he's gone. It's like all these actors and singers and sports figures, they're just all the ones that I grew up with, they're just going away. But I guess that happens when you're almost 50. I'll be 50 in February, you know, so I guess that's kind of what happens. Maggie Smith, yeah, she's gone. Although she was old for a long time. Even when she did like the Peter Pan movie Hook with Robin Williams, because she played Wendy, right? That was the same lady. She was old then. Aren't you Tom from Golf It? Yeah, I am. I am. That's me. I'd rather be Tom from Tom's World, but I'll be Tom from Golf It. Why not? Yeah, they're all just going away. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, some of the big ones that went away in the last like 10, 15 years have really got me. I mean, Robin Williams, that was a blow and a half, you know. Michael Jackson, like so many of them. It's just like crazy. It's hard to think that they're gone. It just blows me away. It really does. And I understand. Like I said, at this point in my life, that does happen for a lot of people. When you're 50, you got a lot of friends that passed away from partying too hard, or you got a lot of friends that passed away from this or that. You got actors, singers, whatever, that sports figures that have passed away. It's just like, wow. It makes you realize your own mortality, and it just makes me want to keep making these videos, because not only is my presence going to be online, which I would assume on some wavelength that the internet is always going to exist from this point on. So it kind of keeps me immortal in that way, but it passes on stuff that, who knows, 50 years from now, somebody will watch a video and be like, man, that was there, and man, there's a shopping center there now, and stuff like that. So, I mean, you never know. Chris Farley. Oh, Chris Farley that was an immense one too, you know. And I know where you're going with that, Nick. But yeah, it's just crazy, the people that have gone. I mean, like, even when I was a kid, and I would watch things like in syndication, like old shows, like black and white shows, like Leave It to Beaver and The Honeymooners and this and that, and then to see them as they are at that point. So, like, say, like Smokey and the Bandit with The Honeymooners, you got Jackie Gleason in Smokey and the Bandit. That was how I thought of him. John Wayne, that was how I thought of him when I saw him on Laugh-In and stuff like that. And now they're all gone a long time. And it's just crazy. It really is. How life can work like that, and people just go away. Family members of mine, like predominant family members of mine, that are just gone. My grandparents, of all people, my grandparents had, I think it was over 150 foster kids, well over 150 foster kids in their house. Not at the same time, obviously, but like over the years, they adopted two of them, and it's and they're just gone. My grandmother was gone years before she actually died. Not Alzheimer's, but like dementia. I mean, same boat basically, but it's just crazy, as we get older, and the people that go away, and it changes our lives. It really does. I mean, whether they be family members, celebrities, whatever, it does change our lives completely, because we have to move on without them. We have the memories of them, which never go away, but lives just change after that, because you're never going to see them again. You're never going to see new material from the comedians. You're never going to hear new songs from the singers. You're never going to watch new games or see them coach a team or anything. Sports figures, your family. You're never going to have another family gathering with these people again, and it truly does change your lives, and it's sad, but it's a passage of life, and we have to deal with that. And I get that, but it just doesn't make it any easier. And when we watch people that we love, that we know personally, like family members, and we see them progressing through the years, and we see them getting older, and we see what they can and can't do anymore, and we're there for them, much like I'm there for my dad. And I watch this. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a deterioration. That's not the right word. And it's not a downward spiral. I really don't know how to explain it. I mean, I've been the main caregiver for my dad, and my sisters and the rest of the family have been here. Don't get me wrong. They've all been here and they've all helped. But for the most part, I've been the main caregiver for my dad since like 2017. and I've seen him go through a lot of hard stuff and come back from it. But there's just certain things that you see in your parents as they get older, and especially if you're a caregiver for them, that just they take you back. I mean, they really do. Some of the things are by choice through them as to what they will or won't do. Some of those things aren't. And either way, it's hard. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. This whole heartfelt thing, and I got comments coming in. I don't know if there's Goffet. I do know I have to do at least a load of laundry, and I do have to run out to the Wawa. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I know I saw Joe in the comments earlier, but he hasn't been there since, unless he's just watching and being quiet. But we'll see what he says. Yeah, yeah. My grandmother had dementia pretty bad. I still remember the first time that I came into her house, and my mom asked her if she knew who I was, and she had no idea. I never cried so hard when I went into the car that day. It was like my grandmom's gone, and this is a woman who I spent a lot of my life with. So it was hard. Oh, really? Wow. I actually have not. Um, Shoot me a message about that on my Facebook, um, just as a reminder, and I'll definitely have to look into it. What's Glofty? Glofty is a game that we play with clubs and balls. Wow, have I been on here for 47 minutes and 30 seconds? That was quick. But yeah, definitely send me a message on my Facebook, on the This Is Tom's World Facebook, reminding me to look into that. I mean, I know Elkins Park isn't in the best of neighborhoods, but maybe I can get there. I still want to get to. Oh my God, what's it called? The place where Robert Logan grew up. Yeah, it escapes me right now. I've been on too many tangents tonight, and my brain is a little bit mush right now. Not from the beers, because I've not had enough for my brain to be mush from that. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the place, but I still want to get there. There's a lot of places within the Philadelphia area that I would like to get to. Lofty. Well, that would be mixing up golf it. So it's not T like TEA, it's TI. Lofty. No. I mean, I'm not saying that I won't, but not on here. Um, but anyway. So yeah, there's that museum I was talking about. I definitely would like to get to. I really don't see myself ever going back into Valley Forge State Park Woods ever again. Um, I don't know. I just can't see it, because it was a horrible experience. Um, and I feel like I've seen a good bit of it on my own, being lost in the hills. Um, but apparently somewhere in there's some like unmarked and somewhat marked graves of people from the Revolutionary War buried there. So I would like to get to that part, but I think that was more towards like the Valley Forge historical part, like where George Washington's uh, house was, or the base that he had, and there's like all these little cottages there, and I would like to get there and check it out, because some time ago, my friends Kenny and Donna Biddle, who ran K and D Adventures, which no longer makes videos because they're far too busy to do stuff like that. They planted a button there, and I would like to see if it's still there. But even if it's not, Eden Hall, Glenn Ford, Squib, what is up, my friend? How's the truck running, man? I've done Eden Hall. I've done Glenn Ford. I just haven't been inside the building of Glenn Ford. But I have done Eden Hall. I've done a couple videos on that, actually. Go back and check them out. See, you other YouTubers, you don't watch my stuff. I watch all your stuff, but you guys don't watch my stuff. I see how it is. You know. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, go back and check it out. Especially the last video I did there. I did an aerial shot. Well, I didn't take it, but I took it from Google Maps, and I showed you where you can actually see the outline of one of the buildings from an aerial shot. It's from Google Maps. It's really, really cool. You're still ordering parts? I thought you had it up and running. Jill Jade, what's going on? Yeah, there is a stretch of the turnpike that they closed down, and that's one of the places that are on my bucket list. I have that. I have Concrete City, which if you don't know what that is and you're from out of town, look that up. That's really cool. And Centralia, which I know Nick knows about Centralia, but for the rest of you, if you don't know what that is, Centralia, PA, look that up. That was the inspiration for Silent Hill, the video game and the movies. Of course, the movies were based off of the video game. The video game was loosely based off of there. But I definitely would like to get to those places. They've all been on my bucket list since the beginning. You watch a lot. You can't keep it. Look, you put up videos more than I do. What are you talking about? I just put one up today. Yesterday, I was over at Valley Forge, and I went to an old water bottling plant. I would suggest checking that out. Don't stealth camp there. It's a national park. You'll get in trouble. But still, check it out. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I've never really gotten into the geocaching thing. But I know a lot of people have mentioned it to me over time. Pearl Jam, what? Because it's a flannel? What? All of a sudden I'm Eddie Vedder? Hey, you never heard it. He didn't wear a hat though, so I got to take. Well, my hair's all messed up today. Oh, wait a minute, I got it. You want the full like metal grunge look? I don't know that I've ever done this on my channel before. There we go. Yeah. There we go. It's the wig. Hey, look. It's better than taking out this wig, you know? Oh, my camera went blurry and everything. There we go. It's an improvement. No, it's not. I just look like an aging hairband refugee is what this is. No, it's not. I look like somebody like from the 80s that used to wear spandex that put on a bunch of weight and Tom's on the hunt, Tom's on the prowl with a cam in his hand, something. I don't know the words to my own song. A little longer than that last year. That's a lot longer. My hair has never been like Well, I don't want to say it's never been this long. Yeah, I would say it was this long before, but it wasn't as full. Even though my hair is thick, it wasn't like this. 17. Yeah, well, when I was 17, it was pretty long. Probably at its longest, I'd say, at 17. So, yeah. And then the disappointment when I take it off. And it's like, oh, yeah, he's a grown up. What the hell's wrong with him? But see, that's the look. That's the look. All right, Squib, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I have some stuff up there. Last three videos were out of my little comfort zone of exploring. So there was the one I did yesterday at Valley Forge, which isn't that far. It's like an hour and 10 minutes away. Before that, you have Jim Thorpe. I went around that town, which is really really cool. And then before that, you have Bushkill Falls up in the Poconos. So you got to check them out. They were really cool. Mount Airy. I feel like I've been to Mount Airy before. I just don't know where. Could definitely look into that. I mean, especially if there's anything historical in there. I always like gravitate more towards the historical stuff for some reason. And then I put this on and I look more like Wayne. I just need the hair coming out. Okay, right? Yeah, Jim Thorpe is a great town. I think like Squib, that'd be like somewhere that you could like take your wife. You guys go check it out. Like, not in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, unless you can find a hotel that you can stay at there, which would be cool. Um, but and it's the best time of the year to be there because it really does look like a Norman Rockwell painting, the entire town, because it's stuck in time. But there is so many cool things in that town to go see. I would definitely look into it and check it out. Robert Logan was born in Mount Airy? Really? I thought he was born Stenton Mansion. That's the name. I knew I'd find it. I thought that he was born in the Logan section of all places. Go figure. Robert Logan was born in the Logan section of Philadelphia at Stenton Mansion. At least that's where he grew up, anyway. Well, I mean, hey, listen, I in this past video, there were some waterfalls. There's a couple little guys, and then there was like a bigger one, sort of. And I do have a playlist of waterfalls along the Chamonix Creek. There's not many of them on there because there's not many waterfalls along the Chamonix Creek, but they're on there as well. So I do have some waterfalls. Lost Graves. Well, no, I don't have to because in the videos that I did of Potter's Field, the last Potter's Field here in Philadelphia, and I also did a video about the boy in the box who was who was initially buried in the that Potter's Field and has since been removed and he got his own grave, and then it said the boy in the box on the tombstone. Then they found out who he was, what his name was, and they gave him his own tombstone. Now they were doing the same things that they did for him for eight other victims of crimes who were unidentified. They're digging them up, taking samples of them, and from what I read, they actually did get all eight of them. One of which was the girl in the box, who her story was overshadowed by the boy in the box, who happened like 10, 15 years before her. This one was a sad case, from what I remember, and don't quote me on this, but it was a wooden milk crate. Wooden milk crate floating in the Schuylkill River here, in the Philadelphia area, and I believe the head was removed and the hands were so badly burned that there was no hope of getting fingerprints, which was all they had to go on at the time. That and dental records, which if she had no head, I'm not going to find any dentals. Um, but I think that they found her finally. They were looking for her before in previous years, And they were able to get some DNA and everything. So hopefully they'll find her family and there'll be some closure on that, as well as the other 7 victims that they dug up of crimes, murder crimes, who were unidentified. So hopefully they find all of their families and it can bring closure to those families. Because that is just a devastating thing. I mean, the boy in the box, his name was, what was it, Joseph Sorelli, I think it was. His family didn't, like, it was like they were taken by surprise about this. It was a really weird story. So I'm curious to see where all these other things go. Now, when, as I said before, like, we take care of 2 different parks, 2 different state parks. I take care of Neshaminy State Park as well as Benjamin Rush State Park. I mean, we all do, but like Benjamin Rush State Park is more mine than anybody else's. And on my way to opening up Benjamin Rush State Park, of course, I pass this Potter's Field, and I was seeing them there every day, and I so wanted to stop, but I'm on the clock and I can't. But I wanted to stop and talk to them, like, have you found the girl in the box? Did you exhume enough, that you can get DNA and something like? But I just wasn't able to. And now they have what they needed, so I'm sure they probably moved on. I could have went yesterday, but yesterday I was too preoccupied being in Valley Forge. So, yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes. Maybe I might have a follow-up video to the boy in the box with the girl in the box. So we'll see. Let me catch up on comments here. Yeah, everybody wants to see that. Yeah, no, probably won't find anything on there. No, but I did put that into one of my video titles when I was at Bushkill Falls. It says Chasing Waterfalls, Bushkill Falls, blah, 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 something like that. But you're not going to get me singing it. Not on here. That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, that would definitely be cool. Especially if it leads to something. That would definitely be awesome. Anyway, listen, so I've been on here for an hour and 2 minutes. So I'm going to get going because I still have to put wash in and I have to run the Wawa. And I don't know if anything's going on with Golfit tonight. Miss Kate, contact Mr. Joe and see what he says. Put it up in the Golfit chat. See what they say. If they want to, cool. If not, it can always wait till like Wednesday or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Thank you all for joining me here. Thank you all for hanging out and commenting. You guys, as always, you guys are awesome. Yeah, we could do it Thursday. I don't know. It could be tonight too. I mean, hey, look, put it out there. See what happens. Thank you, Miss Jill. And definitely, as she says, make sure. Wait, there it is. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. When you do that, make sure you hit the notification bell. Hitting the notification bell will set you up so that YouTube will inform you when I upload new videos and when I go live. Going live usually happens on Monday nights like it did tonight. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes it depends on how I'm feeling and stuff like that. Yeah. And make sure you check out the merch shop. Link is in the description on the bottom if you're here on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, just go to the event page for this thing. It'll be on there. Or just go to the YouTube channel and look up any video. It's in the bottom of all the videos. Get yourself some Tom's World gear. Jimmy Carter turns 100. Is he still alive? Is Jimmy Carter still alive? Really? Wait, now I got to look that up before I go. I could have swore he passed away. He did not. So tomorrow, while it may be Jimmy Carter's birthday and he will be turning 100, tomorrow is also my father's birthday and he'll be turning 76. Not that far off, 24 years. So tomorrow is also my father's birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday, Dad. Not that he watches these. I know he doesn't. But thank you, Nick. So anyway, I want to get going. I'll talk to you all soon. And make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, take care. Make sure you watch my videos, damn it. Talk to you all soon.